So in this video of drawing and breaking down anime poses, I chose two poses, and one being Virgil from Devil May Cry, and the other one is Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. So I started with Virgil first, and I started out drawing a circle for the head, and I started to create the line, the center line for the middle of the face, and the line across where the eyes are, and going down the neck. And since the body is pretty generic, straightforward pose, it's not too much foreshortening going on in it, so it's kind of a easier pose to do. So right now I'm doing the chest, and now with this one I got a little more technical with it, not too crazy, but just to show how I use the triangle method for drawing the traps and things like that. I know I've got a lot of questions for how to add the traps and the muscles or how the arms connect and things like that. So for this one, I would have showed that. But even though I think I've drawn some poses where I did have that in there, but I'm just pointing out that I did it for this one. And so right now I'm drawing the leg, and since one leg is stepping forward, I kind of drew the outline on the front to kind of show that the leg is going forward, because you can't really tell how it is with this type of sketch, but when you start to draw it out and add details, you'll see it in the final product. But this is kind of a way to draw it out, get a quick warm up to figure out where the position is and draw it accordingly. Right, I'm adding in the leg because the leg is going straight back. That's why I didn't have the overlap in the front for that left leg. All right, now I'm adding in the circle for the shoulders. One is raised, the other one is lowered. I kind of wanted to show that, so I just drew one circle for the top and the lowered one for the bottom to kind of show how that is. Like, see me add the triangle for where the traps are, because one is raised, so you literally just connecting the neck to that shoulder blade because the arm is being raised. So when the arm is raised, then the traps will change a little bit. And I wanted to show that. That's right. I'm drawing the sword, and you see I'm drawing the sword first because I'm going to measure out based on the position of where the sword is. That way I can just draw the arm, and I can easily measure out the length of how far to draw the arm to get to that sword, which you see me do right here. Right now I'm adding in the cylinder for the arm, the bicep, circle for the elbow, or the cylinder for the other arm or the forearm. So to draw the hand, and you see now, because the sword is already there, I already know where to stop. So I'll stop it where that is, and then I start adding in like a little circle or a square where the hand is. And you see right now I'm adding in a circle where the other hand will be, and I'm just drawing the arm out, or the forearm stretched out to a certain distance of how far it will be, and I'll start to add on as I go. But because the sword is there, I already know how to measure it out. I just drew like a little faint circle inside just for where the elbow would be. I didn't make it too dark. Now I'm drawing in the hand, drawing the palm first before I get to the thumb. And I'm kind of doing it the same method that I normally do for drawing fingers, adding in the 3 cylinders for each of the fingers. And I think it's 2 cylinders for the thumb, usually when I'm doing that. Sometimes it looks like it's 3 cylinders for the thumb because of how the palm is, but typically when I do it, it's usually 2 cylinders for the thumb and then 3 for all the other fingers. Adding in the little hilts for the sword. I'm drawing in the other hand. Same method I've been doing before, drawing the circles for knuckles first, and then adding in the shapes of cylinders for the fingers as I go. So I'm just drawing it in, darkening it out, because one finger is kind of out a little bit. I start adding in the other sections. You're not really connecting anything. You're kind of just drawing it, sketching it out. You're roughing everything out. That way, when you start adding in details, you'll know where everything is and how everything is placed. This way it kind of just sets your brain free. That way you can have less time deciding things because everything is already drawn out. So I'm just drawing in the sword and the hilt. And you see that the part where the sleeve is kind of hidden under that right hand, so you won't really see it as much. I guess maybe because his sword is a little curved, so that's like a little slight curve in the sword. I didn't make it too much in my version, but when you change it and add details, you can fix all that stuff. Right now, I'm just throwing in small details. You don't really have to go this far into adding, the design and stuff like what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing that just for the sake of warming up my hand, adding in a little quick cross hatching on the sheath of the sword. Kind of a way of just jotting down small things just to loosen the hand up a little bit more before you start to go into the final product. And even then, I can still stop at this point and erase everything real light and keep going. Now for this one, it was a lot of pick different poses with Gojo, and it's hard because especially now on Pinterest, there's so many pictures of AI on there, and it's hard to figure out and choose which one or which pose to do of pretty much anything that you see or that seems like it's a natural and actual realistic pose, or a pose that's actually done by a person. But there's so much AI stuff out there that it's hard to figure things out. So when I'm choosing different poses, it's always I spend like hours trying to figure out what pose to do when I'm trying to draw a pose, because of all the AI stuff I have to kind of avoid and look through to try to figure out. So right now I just chose this one, and he has his fingers out. So I wanted to kind of show that and kind of show like it's kind of a difficult position of how his fingers are, and it's kind of a way of practicing, drawing, the hand and the fingers because of how his fingers are, and they're kind of like they're crossed up, and so I want to show that in this one. That's why I picked this particular pose, because he has his this is kind of like his main pose that he does. So I see this pose everywhere. So I have his forearm, adding in the circle for the elbows. And you see it's the same with the other pose. This one is a little more straightforward. The main focus on this one is the hand, but I just wanted to do one just to draw one out, and you can still get a little practice with this as well. So right now I'm drawing the fingers. So with this, I started out with the palm, and I'm kind of just, it's almost like a building block doing this, because you're using cylinders to build out his fingers. And so you see I'm just drawing in each piece by piece. Like I'm drawing one out because he has one finger is up a little bit, so I'm just drawing in the first piece, adding another piece, and then dropping the other one down. And it's just as simple as that. You're dropping pieces in, because when you start to add details to it, you can easily go in and start to smoothing it out, add the curves and everything. But in this stage, you're making it's like a building block. See, I did this hand quickly in no time. I'm just adding in all the creases, and now I'm trying to get the thumb. The thumb's on the other side. But same thing with the thumb. You add in that first piece and go down. And there you go. Then the hand's pretty much done. Now you can just go back, erase over it lightly, and start any details where you start to add in all the curves and wrinkles and things like that to the hand. But you're basically you're pretty much done with it. And right now at this point, I'm just darkening everything up, making sure everything is clear for when I start to see where everything is placed. That way it's easier. Don't want to have everything's too jumbled. But that's it with this video. You want to see more videos like this, hit the like button, subscribe, comment for any other poses you want to see, and take care.